Revonext QT2. You get a thing, you get a spot for the things, you get some of these things. There was a cable in here, there's not anymore, whatever. Unboxed. Here they are. Bring it up close. Venting on the back. You know, same old stuff. We've seen IEMemes before, guys. There's not much going on here. Cable. It looks kind of cool. I mean, whatever. Got a single button mic. I don't even know why I bothered getting that, but I did. No branding. And Revonext. Bam. So that's out of focus as shit, but it doesn't matter. I can read it. These are surprisingly comfortable. They don't look like it at all. These look like a fucking torture mechanism of some kind. But they pop right into my ears, like perfectly. Back here rubs a little bit funny. I can't imagine wearing these for hours on end, but they're comfortable enough. Not as comfortable as the TRN V80s, but significantly more comfortable than, say, the T2s. If you guys haven't figured it out yet, I don't like the way the T2s fit. Shitty fucking cable. This cable is like rubbery and just awful. It feels cheap. And the tips are good. I didn't feel the need to swap out these tips. Not a whole lot of my sets so far I can say that about. So good job, Revonext, on the tips. These kind of, I'm noticing a lot of people are doing like faux spin tips, and I guess they work pretty good. Sub-like bass. So the bass on these guys hits low and it hits fucking hard. Harder than the TRN V80s. You know what, I'll do a comparison video. Because these are kind of similar to each other. They have a little bit of similar tuning. Overall, they're different in their own ways, but and it's not sloppy. The bass is not sloppy at all. It's not super tight. It doesn't have like a really firm texture to it, but it doesn't bleed all around into the mids and shit. In fact, the lower mids are kind of pulled up with the bass. So male vocals come up and sound right in place with the bass. Female vocals, on the other hand, not so much. Female vocals are back. They're a bit recessed. It's kind of jarring on music that features both of them. It sounds like the male singer will be kind of like up in your ear, and it sounds like the female singer is standing behind the stage somewhere, also singing. So a little bit weird. I already mentioned that one. Treble's kind of tinny. These use, what, 4 drivers or something like that, 3 or 4 drivers, I don't know. They've got a balanced armature for the treble, and it's not a very good one. It's not the worst sounding treble I've ever heard. That goes to the HF5s. God, I fucking hate that set. But it is kind of tinny, has like a metallic-y quality to it. I don't really dig it that much. And the treble is rolled compared to everything else. So there's no sibilance, there's no pierce. These aren't harsh in the treble region, but they are tinny. So whatever. Notable soundstage. Soundstage on these is better than a lot of my other sets. Again, maybe the venting has something to do with that. I don't fucking know. The internet seems to think so, but I don't trust the internet, so fuck you, internet. And Average imaging. Par for the course. Nothing bad, nothing good, just average. These are alright. I don't know if I really recommend them at their price range, but if you do like heavy base, these have the heaviest base out of any IEM I've ever heard, ever. And it's good quality base. So if you can overlook the kind of flaws of these guys and maybe go get yourself a different cable, yeah. Peace out.